Yo, don't let people's actions surprise you. We came into this world by ourselves, and you're going to leave this world by yourself. So the more weight that you put on other people's actions aren't going to do anything except for get you out of this place faster than you want to be because you're going to be putting more stress on yourself. I know that might sound harsh, but it's a harsh reality. You know what I mean? Like depend on yourself. Don't look for outside validation. Yeah, don't look for outside validation. Believe in yourself and make sure that you have a reason behind why you're doing some of these actions that you're doing. Meaning, when you're working hard for something or you have these aspirations, these goals, like make sure that you have a true reason why you're doing it. Understand your purpose. That's one of the biggest things. Make sure that you understand your purpose because if you understand your purpose, then that'll help you to stay on your mission. A lot of times we get knocked off of our mission because we don't know our purpose and we put so much emphasis on other people and hoping that people accept what we're doing that it holds us back. Don't be surprised by, the actions of people. Don't take it so personal. I'm a person who I for a long time have had unrealistic expectations. Being that I move in a certain way, being that, you know, I move with love and, I'll do anything, for somebody who I got love for. But one of the biggest things that has held me back or maybe has, haunted me at different times would be when I go through something with somebody and I'm so hurt that this person that I expected to move in the same way that I move didn't move in that way. Don't fall into that. Another thing, don't match energy. Like don't change who you are, being a good person and, doing good deeds and holding people down. Don't change who you are just to match energy with somebody else who's on some bullshit. Because what that's going to do is that's going to block your blessings. That's going to block your blessings. That's going to hold you back from being great. That's going to, make your trajectory go down. If you follow in the footsteps of other people or if you match energy with folks. So, like man, somebody told me something that was so interesting. Like when I was sharing with somebody how, somebody who I had love for, I felt like they was, betraying me or whatever. And actually, man, my cousin Mark, what I'm saying? Shout out to Mark, shout out to the real spit, what I'm saying, connoisseur in this thing. But nah, my cousin Mark, he always tell me like, man, it's biblical. Like a lot of this stuff is biblical. You know what I mean? Like if you think about it, if you read the Bible, you read the Quran, you read any of these books, they fill with stories of people having to overcome different adversity. Even like the story of Cain and Abel. Like, come on, man. Like you got one brother that killed his brother, betrayed him. It's biblical. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because like as harsh as that is, or as what I mean, as a harsh of a reality as that is, it's real. You know what I mean? So the more that you get out of your head and stop taking so many things personal and stop looking for validation for others, the faster you're gonna be able to, achieve what you want to achieve, or not even just about achieving what you want to achieve. It's about having peace, living in peace, and being at peace with yourself and being comfortable and knowing who you are and not regretting it. There have been times where I've regretted like being a good person to people or this or that or this or that. But what I learned from that is that I'll never regret that. I'll never regret being a good person. I'll never stop doing good for people. I'll never stop holding people down. Now, I will have better boundaries. I will, make sure that I'm direct in, telling people my boundaries and move in a certain way. But one thing that I'll never do is I'll never stop being the person that I am because once I stop being that person that I am, my blessings gonna stop. And why should I let my blessings stop? Why should you let your blessings stop just because somebody else want to act up? Just because somebody else don't know how to maneuver in a certain situation. Just because when the times get tough, somebody else don't know how to maneuver. You know what I mean? Most people when the times get tough, most people when it's really when things are really on the line, most people fold. You know what I mean? That's real. But you here watching this video because you one of those people that don't fold. Maybe you just needed to hear this word and just catch this vibe so that you know how to handle it next time. So that you get out of your chest, you know what I'm saying, with it and understand that some of this is just gonna happen. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? But this message is for you to let you know that you don't need to hold yourself back from being a good person and remaining that good person that you are. So don't let nobody take you off track. Don't let nobody make you match energy and become somebody that you aren't, because then that's when your blessings gonna stop and it's gonna look like you switched up. So remain trill, remain real, and that's real spit. Yes, sir.